all of you to imagine that you are in a deep, dark forest. It's a beautiful forest with lots and lots and lots of animals. Can you be a tree for me? Can you use your hands to become a tree? Come on, become a tree, sway like a tree. All right, beautiful. Now I told you you're animals. Why are you becoming a tree? You have to become animals for me. Can you become an elephant? Can you become an elephant? Become an elephant? How will your elephant be? Come on, Neha.
It will be like this. It will be like this.
Okay. Vinati's is like this. Yes. Dhanya, how is your elephant? Your elephant is like this.
Oh, no, I am still in the tree. I'm still in the tree.
No, I want you to become an animal. Now I want you to become an animal. Okay. All right. Can you become an owl? Can you become an owl? Very good. Wonderful. Can you become a tiger? Can you become a tiger? Okay. Can you become a snake? Can you become a snake?
Snake.
Can you become, what other animal should we be? Can we become a rabbit? Can you become a rabbit? Very good. Wonderful. Now in this forest where there were so many animals, usually the animals live together like one happy family. But the happy families of all these animals were in distraught. They were in pain. You see, in a hot summer, like the hot summer that we are in, there was no rain. And because there was no rain, all the water bodies in that forest had dried up. Now, what kind of water bodies are there in a forest? Can you tell me? What kind of water bodies are there in a forest?
River, ponds.
River, ponds,
waterfalls,
lakes,
waterfalls.
All wonderful. So all water bodies had dried up. Now, do animals need water like us? Right? Of course. Now, because there was no water, they were distraught. They kept looking for water in the forest all day long. And if one kind of animals found water, they would tell the others, there is some water there. Let's go drink it up. And they would all go towards that next water body. And when that would dry up, somebody would find another one. And they would all go towards the next. But one by one, all the water bodies were dry. Once they had all dried up, the animals straying out of the forest, walking out of the forest, going towards the villages, going towards the towns, looking forward. Now, in this big forest, some animals died too. So the birds who were flying up, they tried to find water, and they would come and tell animals where there was the next water to be drunk from. But the biggest animals in the forest, the elephants, were scared to step out. The elephant leader tried to look for water for her entire tribe, but she couldn't find nothing. One day, a little bird flew down to the elephant leader and said, "You need to go straight. There is a lake deep inside the forest. And that lake is there. It has water. Nobody knows about it. But you animals need it. Go straight, and then you take a right and a left and a left and a right and a right and a left and left and a right, and go straight inside. Keep walking and walking and walking and walking and walking. And you will find that lake. It's hidden, you see. Nobody knows about it, except for the animals who live next to it." And the bird flew away. The elephant leader called her entire herd and said, "I've just heard about a lake. It's very far away, deep into the forest. We've never gone that far inside. And I don't know whether it exists or not, but let's give it a try." So the elephant heard, and I want all of you to become elephants. Can you become elephants with me? Yeah? Good. So all the elephants, and I want you to swing. You have your camera in front of you, and I want you to swing like this, okay? Use the camera, come on. Yes, beautiful. And all the elephants, they humped, kept walking and swaying and swaying and swaying. And the earth shook. Wherever the elephants went, the earth shook. The trees, they were swaying too, and they fell. The elephants squashed down the trees because they were in search of water. They made their path towards the lake. So they walked right and left and left and right and up, straight and left and right and up, right, and then they reached. They saw water in a distance and they didn't believe it. They picked up their trunks. Can you pick up your trunk? And can you trumpet with me? And they walked towards the lake. Now this lake was home to a colony of rabbits. And there were all kinds of rabbits. Big fat rabbits, not so fat rabbits, fit rabbits, there were thin rabbits, there were weak rabbits, there were sick rabbits. There were big rabbits, small rabbits, he rabbits, she rabbits, they rabbits, all kinds of rabbits. And all these rabbits had made the lake their home. This was their secret place, you see. But they were not ready for the big elephants. They didn't even hear them. They felt the earth shaking. They didn't know what to make of it because they had never seen the elephants come here. And now, these rabbits, they walked straight. Hop, 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 hop. Can you walk with me? Can you become an elephant and walk with me? Hop, 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 hop. Under their big elephant feet, they squashed the rabbits. Some elephants tried to hop away. Some trying to call out to one another, get away, get out, get out. Look where you're going, elephants. Well, the old, the sick, the not so fast ones, they fell under the elephants' feet. While they fell, the elephants did not even see them because their little eyes were towards that water. So they went into the water, they dipped their trunk and they drank. And they picked up the water and they splashed on themselves and they splashed it on each other. They had a lovely time. They had not seen water for a very, very long time. They were thirsty. Remember, elephants are large animals. They need water. Some of them sat down to cool their bodies. When they were ready, they got up and they walked back. The rabbits had hidden in their burrows. They were waiting, scared, shivering, worried. These big animals, they had never seen them so up and close. When the earth had stopped trembling, they upped. One. They looked around. Friends, their family. They lost so many of these rabbits. They cried. They buried their family members. But next day again, the elephants were back. Once again, the earth shook. Once again, the elephants came unannounced. Once again, the rabbits crushed under their feet. The elephant went in, picked up their trunks, and water. They picked up their water and they splashed it on themselves. And they splashed it at one sat down to cool their big bodies. Once again, the rabbits hid in their burrows, shaken, afraid. By the third day, they had lost some more rabbits. And now the rabbits were getting really angry. They were no more fearful because now they knew that these elephants will keep coming back. All the rabbits got together and said, this is our home. This is where we live. This lake is ours. How can they come here? Who told them that this lake is here? It's for us. Well, the old one said, oh, well, we can't do anything about these big animals. They're too big. Do you think if they even know that we live here? Have you seen anyone even look down on us and see that we exist? They won't care. The rabbit said, of course, just because we are small, do they think that they will squash us under their feet? They need to learn. They need to stop. They need to go away. They cannot come into our house. But rabbits being rabbits, they were divided. They couldn't come together. Not all rabbits work together, you see, as teams. So they fought amongst themselves. Still one little rabbit, one brave rabbit who sat in one corner and he kept thinking about the rabbits and about the elephants and about dying and about the lake. The rabbit said, well, I have an idea. I think I can do something. Everyone stopped and they looked at the rabbit and said, yes, what do you have? Do you have a suggestion? Yes, I do have a suggestion. And my suggestion would be that I will go and speak to the leader of the elephants. Are you sure? Do you think she's going to listen to you? Well, yes, I think she will listen to me because I have a plan, you see. Now, all the rabbits, they had no idea. They had no plans. They had no strategy. They had no way to take back the ownership of that lake. And now when they heard this little rabbit, something in them said, okay, fine, you give it a try. What's your plan? He said, let me try what I have in my mind. So that next day, this little brave rabbit hopped out of his burrow and he hopped 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 down the path the elephants had made for themselves. The rabbit climbed up on to a rock. You see, the rabbit knew that the elephant didn't know that he existed. So she would not look down. But this rabbit was smart. She did not want to be looked down upon. So she wanted to speak to the elephant straight into the eye. And he waited on top of the rock. Once again, the earth shook. The elephants, they walked, they trumpeted, they kept walking towards that lake. And just when they were about to reach this rock on which our little rabbit friend was waiting, our rabbit went forward and said, hello, leader of the elephants. I'm here to speak to you. Now, the elephant had never, ever seen a rabbit. So she stopped and said, who are you? I'm Rabbit. You see, this lake is our home. It belongs to us. What do you mean it belongs to you? We've been living here for centuries. Don't you know that? You can't come into our lake and pretend it is yours. You can't destroy our home. You can't trample on us. You're killing us. And you need to know that. We need to stop you. We are too small. You think we are too small? We can't stop you. And the elephant said, okay, but this is a lake and there is no water in the rest of the forest. What do we do about that? I said, I don't know. You see, our queen is very angry. And our queen has gone up on the moon to complain to the moon. The moon is bigger than all of us, you see. It's higher than all of us. Don't you know that? The elephant said, well, yes, I know the moon is up in the sky, but I don't believe that your queen has gone up on the moon. Well, that's true. She has gone up to the moon to complain that the lake is now being destroyed by all of you, that you're coming to take away our lake. The elephant said, that's the funniest thing I've heard today. Well, okay, I don't believe you. The rabbit said, well, if you don't believe me, you need to come back tonight. If you come back tonight, I'll show you that our queen is up on the moon complaining about all of you. Okay, I'll come back tonight. And if you see her up on the moon, you have to leave our lake forever. The elephant said, okay, fine. If I see your queen up on the moon, I promise we'll never come back again. And so that night, the elephant herd came back. And our rabbit was still waiting up on that rock. And when the elephant herd came, the rabbit climbed on to the elephant's back, and together they walked towards the lake. They walked closer and closer and closer. On that cool night, when the elephants looked down to the water, what did they see? What did they see? They saw the reflection of the moon. And in that reflection, they saw a rabbit leap across. The elephant leader could not believe her eyes. She shook her head and said, "I am sorry. I did not know that this lake belongs to you. I have to leave." And so the elephant herd turned around and walked out and away from the lake that belonged to the rabbits. And that's where my story ends.